Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So, before we proceed, I just want to say I am incredibly proud of each and every one of you. So, for the late nights, for the submissions, the brainstorming, right, the brainstorming sessions that you all have had, the group work, the questions that you ask, personally via my via personal messages or on the group, and then the answers that were also offered by myself and then others as well. Yeah, so and then even the connections that you have made, you know, and also the corrections when something was unclear. So thank you so much. So you all have demonstrated what true learning is about. Showing up, getting to engage, you know, falling, rising, and never giving up. Yeah. So you didn't just enroll in a class or a program, you are invested in yourselves. And I promise you, that's an investment that will never go to waste. So now, without wasting any time, it's my honor to introduce someone whose career journey perfectly reflects what we aim for at Sam Live or at Sam Live Digital School. So she's a brilliant mind, a PR and social media strategist with a strong passion for helping individuals leverage digital skills to build meaningful careers. She holds a bachelor's degree in politics and international relations and a master's degree in media and communication from the Pan Atlantic University. Over the last 6 years, she has worked with brands and agencies across the country, that's across Nigeria, the US, and Europe, you know, just driving visibility and growth through storytelling, content strategy, social media, and so on and so forth. So, and then today she runs a media agency where she helps creatives to build strong digital portfolios and support marketing professionals in securing remote jobs. More than anything else, she believes in the power of starting where you are, right? And then learning what you can, as well as monetizing your passion. So please, with a warm virtual round of applause, help me welcome Ojima-Ojo, Favour, Amanabo. So the next voice will be from her. I hope I got your. I hope I didn't cartoon your name.
I mean, you try. That's fine. We'll take that.
Let me clap for myself.
It's absolutely fine. Thank you so much. Thank you for the warm welcome. I'm thinking I have to put on my camera. I think I have to. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please just let me know in the comments.
Yes, you can. Yes, we can hear you. And yeah.
Can you see me as well?
No, I can't see from my end.
Okay, I think that's network now that is acting funny. Oof. Okay, just 1 second. Let me figure out what's going on. Hmm, interesting. Me?
Okay, yes, we can see and hear you now.
Okay, awesome. Hi guys, good evening. It's so good to be here. Again, thank you, Kato. I think if I pronounced that right, please just let me know. Thank you, Kato, for the warm welcome. I mean, okay, cool. Yeah, it's so good to be here because this is very like nostalgic for me. I was like, and I think he missed the part where he said, I don't know if he said that I'm an SDST alumni. I was in the 2020 set, yes, and I learned a lot. I would like to say that that's the beginning of my journey completely. So this feels like I'm in my guys, I'm in my G's. So I'm really, really excited. I also saw that it's your award ceremony for people who are learning social media marketing. Congratulations. I'm very sure it mustn't have been easy because I have an idea of how tough it could have been. So congratulations, you guys are doing amazing. And I can't wait for like all the wonderful things you get to do. And the world is just so eager to see your gift and see everything that you have to deliver. Okay, so I'm just going to go right into it and I'm going to share my screen because I've been told that I have very limited time. So let me just do it sharp, 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 sharp. Okay, please just let me know if you can see my screen. If you can put off your mic and put on your mic and please let me know if you can see my screen. That'll be great.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. Awesome, great. So when I had a conversation with Ruth, this was really important for her that we talk about because I mean, what is by the time you have gone through the lessons you've gone through and the ones you will go through, it's very important that you are able to put all of this together and create a portfolio because a portfolio is what actually talks about you, what speaks about you when you are not in the room, right? So it's very important because if you go through all of this, you're not documenting your process and putting it into a document, that would help you secure your dream job or help you to start building the life you want, then it is a bit difficult. And that's why this is very important. So today I'm going to be speaking about how to build a portfolio, showcasing your best work. So not just building a portfolio, but a portfolio that speaks for you and represents you even when you're not in the room. Okay? Okay. So these are the things we'll be discussing. The importance of a portfolio. Why is it even important? I mean, I just talked about it now, but why is it important, right? Elements of the portfolio, what needs to be in a portfolio, how to build a portfolio, how to use storytelling in a portfolio, and how to choose the right work samples to put in a portfolio. Um, so those are what we're talking about. I mean, they have already introduced me, but my name is Ojima-Ojo, but I like going by OJ. I'm a content creator, a social media marketer, and a public relations associate. I'm based in Lagos, and my expectation for this is, you don't just leave with, oh, this is what I'm going to put in my portfolio. You don't just leave with, oh, I know how to build my portfolio, but you also get some form of clarity on the next step to take for your career, whatever it might be. Yeah, and I hope that this class just helps you, give you that motivation and helps you kickstart for everything you have been overthinking. Emphasis of overthinking, because I know what overthinking can do for you. So class should equip you, or rather this session, I keep saying class, I'm sorry, but rather this session should equip you to do that thing that is in your mind and you want to do and you think would lead you to like your next step. Okay, so I like asking this question, and because I can't see your faces at the moment, but I mean, I would like maybe one or two people to tell me why they don't have a portfolio at the moment. Just one or two people. Just put off your mic and tell me. People should not make me call names. I use God to beg you people. Let's act like civil people.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me? Good evening, ma.
Yes, you great.
Okay, for me, I would say like I know I've worked on a number of projects, but each time I see people's portfolio and it just like plenty work, like it just has to take like maybe a month or something to do. So I just keep telling
Fair.
myself, okay, I have to sit down and put these things together. I have to sit down and put this. And before I know it, it's almost like 6 months now. I don't have a portfolio. So
I
I would
get that, and
I would
that's
say
a lot.
my is like a procrastination. And yes, I think that's the word. I think that's my problem.
Okay, since it's a procrastination problem, will the template help you?
Yes, yes, it will.
Okay, so since the template will help you, I'll be giving you my template for free because you're the first person to answer my question.
Oh, thank you so much. Wow.
Yes, please. So, how do you maybe tell some if there's some is there a community manager that can reach out to me with like your name so that I can give them access to I can give them the template so that I can give it to you. If someone, maybe the anchor or something, please can just note her name down so that you can reach out to me and I'll give that to you.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So you're welcome. So, if I want to believe that there are other people like this who procrastination might be the problem, because I was also like that. So, one, a template could help, and I think two is also, you also think that you have to finish it in one sitting, but you can give yourself breaks. So, as we go in this session, I'm also going to be talking about elements of a portfolio. So you can give yourself breaks and say that, okay, this is what's supposed to be in my portfolio. Today I'm going to work on part A, part B, part C. Tomorrow I'm going to do this, tomorrow I'm going to do that. And then before you know, if you sit down and you dedicate maybe 1 hour every day for the next 1 week, by the end of that week, you would have your portfolio, right? You don't have to finish everything in that moment, just for anybody else that might be struggling with procrastination. So I hope that tip helps. Um, all right. So what is a portfolio? A portfolio is a document of all your work. Simple. It showcases your expertise, your creativity, and your professional achievements in a structured and visually engaging way. So, it's important that your portfolio showcases what you can do. It should be very result oriented, because on your portfolio, we're not just trying to say, oh my God, this is so pretty, or oh my God, these are just the people I've worked with. No, these are the people you've worked. This is pretty, yes. These are the people I've worked with, great. And these are the results I've been able to achieve, right? You want to show that whatever role you're trying to apply for, you want to show that whatever you say you are, you can deliver on those. Your portfolio is like evidence. I like to say, like, your CV is basically your, what's the word now, your CV is like a novel, right? And your portfolio is like the coloring book to that novel. Your portfolio gives visual. Your portfolio is what gives imagination. It's like I'm going through your CV and I'm seeing, oh, I worked with a real estate company. I grew their followers from 10,000 followers to 20,000 followers. And your portfolio, I can now see, oh, this is the real estate company. Oh, this is what their feed was looking like before. This is what their feed looks like now. This is what their follower count was before. This is what their follower count is now. So your portfolio just gives context to your resume. Okay? And please feel free to stop me at any time if you have any questions, and we can go from there. So you probably wonder, why is it important? 71% of employees strongly agree that a portfolio's quality will influence their decision to hire a candidate. So the difference between you and maybe someone who gets the job could be the fact that the person had a portfolio and you don't have a portfolio. And maybe sometimes you're actually more equipped to be in that role, but just because you do not put your evidence, or because you do not put your results together in a visually aesthetic or visually appealing document, you will probably not get that role. And sometimes, if you even look at that person's portfolio, you know within yourself that you can do better. But you can do better doesn't necessarily mean you have better. And if more than 50% of employers strongly agree, it means that in this job market that we are always complaining about, that there are no jobs, it means that there are things that we can do, like having our own portfolio that can help us, that can increase our chances of getting the jobs that we want. Okay. Hmm. So importance, demonstrate skills and experience, helps you stand out, just like I've said, right? The difference between you and the next person. And it aids career growth. In your portfolio, you can show people how you've grown, especially if you work in marketing. One thing I like about SDST is that you guys are not just learning social media marketing. You guys are not just learning digital marketing. You're not just learning content writing. You're learning everything together. And if you're going to work in marketing, at some point you're going to need all these skills. They're all going to come together to play a role. And if you have achieved results in different aspects of this and you put that in a portfolio, it can make you a really strong candidate. It can show that you can evolve. It shows that you're very multifaceted, and it shows that you can do the job. And it's just a unique thing to have, because not a lot of people have that, right? Over time, I've gone from being a content creator to becoming an influencer, to working as a social media manager, to working as a digital marketing manager, to eventually now working in PR. So when someone is hiring me for, say, a PR role, they know that I'm not just bringing a PR experience, I'm bringing a social media marketing experience, I'm bringing an influencer marketing experience, and all of that, which is a unique selling point for me, maybe against other people that I'm trying to context with them for that particular role. Tools for creating a good portfolio. My favorite, my easier, the one that I truly love would be Canva. Canva is easy, very beginner friendly. You don't need to pay a dime, you don't need to pay anything. And with Canva, with templates, you can get your portfolio started today after this call. You can also have Behance, you can use Dribble, you can use Journal, Squarespace, Notion, and WordPress. So my personal favorites will be Canva and Notion. Now, Canva, I'm just going to do a little bit of demo so that you can see what it looks like on Canva moving forward. I think, yeah, that's what we'll be doing now. Okay. That's what we're going to be doing now. So this is my Canva. Just let me know if you can see my Canva. Um, Whatever. Just let me know if you can see my Canva
Yes, we can.
at the moment. Okay. So this is the
Yes.
home page of. So let's just type in portfolio website. Let's give that a minute. I think I'm having network issues. Okay, great. There are 1,982 templates. Can you guys see that? 1,982 templates that you can use today to create your own portfolio. But for the sake of this, let me give you guys, let's look at my portfolio. Let's look at my portfolio. Let's just take a quick peek. So this is what it is. First page name. I'm just going to do this quickly. It just shows things that I've done. What's wrong? Okay, it's coming up. And the beautiful thing about this is that once you are done, you can publish it as a website. I don't know if you can see publish website here, right here. You can publish it as a website, and all you need to do is send the link to people who, if you're cold emailing, if you're applying for a job and they ask, so, oh, can we have a link to your portfolio? You can just send them the link, which I think is really cool. So it's like you have your own personal website. So on Canva today, right now, you can get your portfolio. So do we have any questions so far? Let me stop sharing my screen so that I can see people's faces. Before I continue, do we have any questions so far? Any questions? Okay, so I'm going to take that silence.
No, ma.
Okay,
So,
I see someone.
sorry, I have one. Question.
Okay,
So
please
where
ask.
can some? Hi, my name is Unoma. Where can someone post?
Is it just me? Hi, Norma, I can't hear you anymore. Sorry, is it just me or can anyone else hear?
I can't.
Apologies. My network went off. I'm back.
Okay, cool. It's fine.
So I said, where can someone post, because this kind sounds a bit interesting. The
Mhm.
portfolio using it. So is it going to be attached to a CV, or is this you have a link on your LinkedIn profile? How do you advertise your profile portfolio?
Okay. Thank you so much for that question. Nice to meet you, Umar. And that's a great question. So yes, you can put it on your CV. So in my CV, there is a link to my email, there's a link to my LinkedIn, and a link to my portfolio. So yes, you can link it in your CV. You can put it in a link in your bio, in your LinkedIn as well. I have that on my LinkedIn, and you can also put it in a link in your bio in your Instagram as well. You can do that. And then it's just a nice to have link as well, because when you're applying for jobs, there are places in the Google form or whatever form they tell you, oh, can you give us a link to your portfolio or links to work that you've done before? So I think a portfolio would be better in that case, because instead of saying, oh, video one I've edited, video two I've edited, you can just give them this website link as once and put it there that has the link to your portfolio and links to things that you have done before. And there's a way that you can design your portfolio that when they are clicking or when they are going through your portfolio, they can actually access, as a social media manager, you can link your accounts you've managed right? You can link it, and when they click on maybe the logo or the video, it takes them to where the video is being hosted, and they can see it. There's a way you can create a portfolio. So yeah, I hope this answers your question.
Okay, yes. Fine. You are relating this example to marketing and me social media marketing. Can this also
Yeah.
apply to other roles, other, maybe let me say business development, maybe a pharmacist or a doctor? Okay,
So
they might not have
awesome.
that much um works to show. Can this
Mm.
portfolio also be used to harness what their strengths are, weaknesses, or whatever it is, and position them better in the workplace or for job roles?
Thank you again for that question. So, I would say that as a doctor, as a pharmacist, you would not necessarily need a portfolio. What you would need is a CV, because the nature of this job does not necessarily expect you to visually show what you are doing as a doctor or nurse or pharmacist. Because do you want to take pictures of when you're giving somebody injection to put on the portfolio? I hope that makes sense, right? So there are some roles and there are some jobs that do not need what's the word now? Do not need portfolios, like being a doctor, being a nurse, being a pharmacist and everything. So you just need to think about it like um not think about it. I like to think that portfolios are for like maybe creative industries, marketing, being in tech, because this you actually have to show your results and things you have done. But if you're a doctor, a lawyer, a mediator, a nurse, a pharmacist, a bricklayer, you might not necessarily have to show, you don't need a portfolio. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, okay, fine. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Please, do we have any questions before I move on, before I move
Hello, good
forward?
evening.
Hi, good evening.
My
I
name
feel,
is Ruth. Please, I have a question.
please ask me.
Okay, thank you very much. In case of having a portfolio, but then your direct employer actually tells you, since you're working under or whatever project you did is under the company, you cannot solely say that this is your work entirely for you to claim it inside your portfolio. In cases like this, please, what do you do?
That's very valid, and it's very tricky because the possibilities of the fact that you might have signed a contract has binded you. So you can't actually share that. You cannot share that because you've already signed a contract. That's why I think it's very important that as creatives, before you sign any contract, you need to look at it carefully so that you don't put yourself in this type of situation. So in this case, what I would say is you try to recreate that for yourself. So not under the agency. So you try to make a, for lack of better word, fake, like a fake, give yourself a tax or something that is similar to that and put that in your portfolio.
Okay.
So yeah, I hope that makes sense though. Do you want me to explain a little bit more?
I would appreciate if you can elaborate more.
Okay. So what do you walk me through what you do, please?
Okay, so I work with the fashion industry. We have it's a creative agency that does marketing, fashion, and events as well. So marketing events.
Okay. What is one what's give me a tax you do?
So usually I'm in charge of the concept development, and also when it
Mm,
comes to the day,
yeah.
I'm in charge of coordination, vendor handling, and management, and basically overseeing everything that happens.
Okay, great. So what if I were you now? Obviously, because not under this agency, I can't share. What I'm going to do is pick a different fashion brand that we don't even work with and come up with a concept development like this, an event for this brand, and put it in my portfolio. Does that make sense?
No, please.
So it's like fake planning an event for
Okay.
this and documenting the process and putting that in my portfolio.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a personal example. In my portfolio, one of the roles I had, they gave me a task before I got the job. right? I had to do a PR strategy for 6 months. I had to do a lot of stuff. It was a lot, right? It was a huge document. And all of it was fake. It wasn't real. It was just a tax to make sure that I was up to the tax for them to hire me. So after I submitted that tax and got the job, I didn't just delete it, even if it was fake. I put that as a sample, as a case study in my portfolio.
Okay.
You understand? So you can, pick up a brand and say, okay, if I was to plan an event for this brand, what's the next campaign that we have coming up? Maybe a children's brand. Children's Day is just around the corner. If I was to plan an event for Children's Day for this brand, how would I plan it? You document the whole process, you do a whole concept, make it visually appealing, and you put that in your portfolio. So when I'm coming to see a portfolio, I don't care if it's real or fake. I just care that you were able to come up with this, and it shows your creativity. It shows that you can do it. I'm not. You don't see. It's different when they're asking you, can I see links? It's not actually different, to be honest. Except they say, oh, can I see links to brands you've worked for? Does that make sense? Okay,
Yes.
brands you've worked for. But when I want to see work you have done, I don't care if it's fake or real. I just want to see that you've done the work.
Okay.
Does that make
Thank you
sense?
very much. Yes, please.
You're welcome. Well, I see there's a hand up. I'm afraid of what this hand is going to say, but please tell me.
Okay, I'll just say we have like 5 more minutes to go.
I know it. Well, okay. Let me quickly share my screen, and then let me just finish quickly.
Uh,
Just hold that thought, please. Let's quickly finish this so that they don't chase me away.
enjoy your
Mm,
class. That's why now. Let me finish now.
thank you. How do I do it now? Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so elements of a portfolio. I'm going to try my best to run through this. Um, First of all, it's your bio, your introduction, like positioning yourself, who you are, what you do, who you do it for, and why should people hire you. So who you are, easy. My name is OJ. I'm a social media manager. That's what I do. Who I do it for, I do it for tech founders and small businesses. And people should hire me because I'm very result oriented and I'm organized. That's your bio. I mean, not in this word for word, but that should give you an example of what your bio should be. It will also help if you let your bio sound like yourself. So if on a normal day you're very jovial, you're very friendly, you're very cool, your bio should reflect that as well. The next thing that should be in your portfolio, which is super important, is your work samples. That's like the meat of your portfolio. If you do any portfolio without work samples, it is not a portfolio. And I have a question here. What if I don't have work samples? You see how I just answered Ruth and told her that you make something fake, you pick a brand and you work on it and as if it's real. That's what you do when you don't have work samples. You create work samples. So everything you've learned during SDST, don't wait for someone to hire you. Start implementing it. Go on ChatGPT. Don't just use AI to write and stuff. Say ChatGPT, I'm trying to build my portfolio, right? I need you to act as my employer and give me tasks to do. And then you put that. Services offered. So what services do you offer as a social media manager? What services do you offer as a digital marketer? What services do you offer as a content writer? You need to leave them out there so that people can know, because there are content writers who also do email marketing. There are content writers who don't do email marketing and do like SEO. So it's very important for you to list them out so that they know that, oh, if we bring this person on board, this is what we can expect from this person. And then the next thing we want is client testimonials and feedback, because if I go through your portfolio and I see what people are saying about you and it's really good, of course, I would want to work with you, right? And then we have your contact information, because if I go through all of this beautiful thing and I want to work with you and there's no way to reach you, all of this is wasted. I had a brief task for you people, but we don't have time. So I'm going to walk through all of this. So there's something called portfolio structure. Now, okay. Sorry, can I get like 5 minutes so that I do not rush as much? Let me just ask.
Okay.
Sure, that's okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Awesome. Great. So there's something called portfolio structure. And there are two types of portfolio structure. The one is to organize by clients. So organizing by clients is this is after you've done like the preliminary pages. So that's your bio, services you've offered, courses you've taken, and things like that. So when you're putting your work samples, there are two ways to put that. The first one is organizing by clients. So organizing by clients is presenting your work in a way that shows the companies you've worked for and what you've done for them. So you're basically picking each brand you've worked for and listing out what you did for them and then showing the result of what you've done for them. So it's, for example, let's say you worked for Google, and when you're working for Google, you managed their social media, you also did their email marketing, and you edited some videos. And then for the next couple of slides, we just see the work that you've done for Google. So this is ideal if you've worked with recognizable brands or large companies. And this shows like within diverse projects, this shows like diverse projects within specific industries, right? So this also shows that, okay, even if you worked with Google, you have social media management skills, you have video editing skills, you have email marketing skills. Okay, so that's why organizing by clients works. And the next one is organizing by skills. So say maybe you're just starting. It's important that you organize by skills because you do not have clients much. Sorry, did someone say something? Okay, I'm just going to keep going. You're just going to organize by skills because you don't have clients as much. So
I can't see your slides anymore. I don't know if it's you're just talking or showing it.
We're
can
seeing
someone
it.
continue?
The slide is visible.
Continue.
OJ,
Okay.
continue, please.
All right, thank you. So if you're organizing by skills, right? Organizing by skills for someone who is just starting. So here you don't have clients as much to you don't have clients, right? So you're organizing by the skills you have. So if you've written content, you want to see the blog posts you've written, the emails you've written, the social media pages you've worked on. So here we just want to see your skills. So you're like email marketing, these are the emails you've written, email newsletters you've designed. So this is perfect for freelancers, generalists, and multi-skilled professionals to show that to show like they have diverse skills. Yeah. So we're going to talk about like how do you put storytelling in a portfolio, right? Every story has a hero. Every story has a problem they're trying to solve, and with a solution and an end. So this is where case studies come in. So if we look at, I don't even know if I have time to go into this, but let's just I'm trying to rush. Oh my God. So, a case study is a detailed account of a specific project, campaign, or problem you worked for, showing how you delivered results. It offers proof of your skills, approach, and your abilities to solve challenges. So, in a case study, what you're thinking about is okay, I'm working for this brand. This is their problem. Or I worked for this brand. This was their problem. Let's say their problem was they have been stuck on, I keep using social media management. Forgive me, I'm a social media manager. But they have been stuck on 500 followers for the last 3 months. I came on board, I looked at their content strategy and realized that they were not talking to their target audience. That's right there is the problem. And then I created an audience analysis, a content strategy, did a target audience analysis, and it created content for the target audience, which resulted to growing their accounts by 100% over the next 3 months. Now that is problem. We've seen the problem, stock followers. The solution was creating a strategy for their target audience, and then we saw the results, which is increase. So that's what a case study is: problem, solution, and the result. Because this way, if I'm a brand that is having the same issues and I see someone just like me that you were able to solve their problems in their portfolio, I'll be more inclined to want to work with you because I know you can also solve my problems, right? So why case studies? Case studies help you to demonstrate your problem solving skills, provide tangible results, and build trust. Trust is very important, and that's why it's important for you to show your what's the word now, to use case studies and stories. So just like what I've said here, example, the client was struggling to engage with their audience. Solution: develop a tailored content strategy based on audience insights. And then the result is, as a result, the client saw a 50% increase in followers. So this is what a case study should look like. For relevant work samples, it's simple. Who do you want to work with? What are their problems, and how can you solve those problems? So those are the relevant work samples you want to put there. If you want to get jobs as a video editor and you're also a social media manager, then what I want to see, and when you're applying for video editing roles, what I want to see are the videos you have edited. I don't want to see your social media roles. I'm very sure you guys have heard on TikTok, oh, tailor your portfolio, tailor your CV. This is what it means, right? If you're applying for a social media manager role and they're not looking for an email marketer, I don't know why I'm seeing email marketing. So this is very easy. This is very dicey because you need to tailor your portfolio based on the job you're applying for and based on the job description as well. Okay. I talk about this. What if I don't have any work sample or work history? Build work samples, take up dummy projects, ask ChatGPT to give you tasks, take up internships, no matter how long. And even if they seem like they are not giving you money, you are getting something from it. You are getting proof of work that you put in your portfolio that will help you land the job you want. Take a lot of courses. A lot of courses. Like, I mean, you guys are already taking a lot of courses. And somehow we've done it. Yay. We've come to the end. I tried to wrap that as fast as I could, even if I was laughing. Oh wow, am I seeing questions? Are those questions? Please ask me, ask me, ask me. Or mute yourself and ask me.
I don't
Oh,
think we have time for questions. So,
oh, oh my God.
yes, because our coach has been waiting now for like 50 minutes. I don't want to keep him waiting any longer. But I'm sure you have done an excellent job. Otherwise, they won't have questions. If you do not do a good job, they won't have questions. So you've done an excellent job. Excellent job. Yes. And I don't know if Joyce mentioned it. OJ
Mhm.
is an SDST alum. I'm exceedingly proud of her. She's been doing an amazing job. She's a true role model of what we're doing here at SDST, and she has gone ahead to improve herself beyond SDST. And you know how I always scream implementation? She literally lives and breathes that. Beyond SDST, you have to implement and then go above and beyond for yourself, for your growth. So I'm not sure if she's one of our mentors, but she's amazing. And we're going to share her contact information with you, social media and everything else. So you can connect with her. Then you can ask her questions offline, okay? We'll get the slides as well and share them with you. Thank you. And
Thank you.
before we hand it over to Kato, can we please just I love the round of applause. You know, SDSC spirit. You guys are amazing. I didn't even have to say all of that. So please and please let's just clap for her. Like unmute your mic. I want her to hear the resounding claps. So she knows that we really appreciate her. Thank you. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Thank you. Joyce, I didn't mean to steal
Job.
your shine. I just wanted to speak about my OJ. Yes. All right. I'm done now. I'll be quiet now.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Favor, for that powerful and practical message, especially your insights on building a portfolio and why it's absolutely non-negotiable if you want to thrive in today's world. So, and the truth is, a portfolio tells your story in a way no CV ever can. I'm sorry to all those who are not in the creative industry. So you don't get to really throw around your portfolio. But I mean, for those who will be going to the creative industry, yeah, that's what stands you out here. So it's not just about saying you're skilled, right? It's about showing it. And like Favor rightly said, you don't have to wait until you feel like you're big enough or ready enough to start building it. It's something that, in fact, let me share something personal with you. When I first started out as a social media manager, I didn't have a long resume or fancy titles to throw around like I do right now, right? What I had was a simple but then a solid portfolio. It was a collection of you know, petty projects, samples of posts I created, some campaigns I handled, nothing extravagant, just real work. It was that portfolio that opened doors for me on lots of platforms, including Upwork back in the day, right? So clients didn't ask how many years of experience I had. They wanted to see what I could do, right? And because I had something to show, I started landing gigs, building relationships, and growing my career step by step. So that's the same opportunity you now have. What you've done over the past 2 weeks scratch that. Over the past 6 weeks here, every digital marketing plan you came up with, every content calendar you built, every campaign you drafted, like that, those are real tangible material. So start documenting it, start showcasing it, start building your digital footprint, right? Because in this age, what the world is rewarding isn't proof. I mean, sorry, it's what the word is rewarding is proof, right? Not just your potential, it's proof. So, and trust me, your proof is already in your hands. You just need to present it boldly. Okay, enough of that. Now, as we continue, I'd love for us to take a brief moment to reflect on the journey that we've just completed together, right? So 2 weeks ago, many of you showed up not even knowing exactly what to expect. Maybe even a little nervous, maybe excited, maybe even doubting yourself because I remember carrying out a poll on the main group and I saw the different reactions that were left on that post. But here you are tonight, standing tall, standing confident, and being equipped. So you've gone through intensive models, no doubt, from mastering the art of content calendars to even crafting content that are scroll stopping, right? I saw the beautiful work that you all did, right? Creating such fantastic visuals, building engagement strategies, and analyzing insights, oh, and even proposing influencer collaborations. So you've really stretched yourselves out creatively, mentally, and even emotionally. Does it feel better from here?
Yes.
Oh, all right. So, and then the most important thing that you've been able to adapt, right? You've innovated, you've delivered, and honestly, watching your growth has been inspiring. I think it's not just for you, but for me as your coach, right? And I believe other coaches as well. So the highlights are even too many to start mentioning, but your final projects, right? In particular, it showed me one thing, and it's that you understood the assignment, right? Not just theoretically, but practically as well. And that is what separates an amateur from a professional. So now, before we move into the awards, I want to hear from you, right? So how have the past 2 weeks been for you, right? Just you can unmute yourself or just raise up your hand and then you'll be permitted. Just let us know what were your challenges, your wins, your surprises. The floor is open. All right, Ajidi.
Okay, good evening, coach. Good evening, everyone. I believe my team's leader is here on the group, and I think one challenge that we had as a group for the Swiss franc was that when we got the assignment, we actually thought that we would come up with a brand name and all of that. We didn't know that we're supposed to go with what was given. So we had to like sit down and get to understand what the assignment was about, and we came up with a name. And I believe that that didn't work out for us because we so that delayed our plans because we had laid down everything we wanted, but feedback said that, oh, this is not what we're supposed to do, like we're killing the brand or something like that. So that kind of laid us like one day behind, and that was a bit of a challenge. But every day was like, okay, what are we doing today? It was very challenging, but then it was rewarding. It was exciting to be able to like think about something and then you see it happening, and it was actually a beautiful journey. I just want to say thank you for the lesson.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I think that goes to also um, reinforce the idea or the fact that you need to always pay attention to the instructions, right? So you don't just assume and do it. Always ask questions. But then overall, well done. You guys did great. Absolutely.
Thank Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, can you hear me, Coach Tato?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, blessing. Is it
I
blessing?
don't know how. Is my background very noisy?
Um, but I can hear you. I believe yours is quieter than mine.
Oh, really? Because I'm in NYSC camp and
Wow.
I'm outside here. Okay,
All right.
so
All right.
um, for us, I think one of the challenges my team experienced was first of all because I had to share the taxis and the people that were supposed to handle the scheduling of the post. Okay, we used later and we realized that okay, at some point we cannot add music when we are using this scheduling tool, especially
Yeah.
for later. So it
Yeah.
was like, okay, we cannot continue with this. So we had to start posting every day. And because it's a new account for Instagram, it doesn't have that schedule feature yet. And also, we also doing TikTok. So we are literally posting every day. So I don't know, and I actually later had just 14 days free trial. So, and I know that okay, I've actually used MetaSearch, but then MetaSearch can just say and decide not to upload your post, something like that. It's just been messing up lately. So that's like one challenge. Then another challenge we experienced was like, okay, there's some, we wanted to create an original content, so, but it took a while for us to get everything together because, okay, it was a food blog we were working on, so we
Yeah.
wanted something original. So because okay, we somebody had to start cooking and all that and all, so we just came up with something though, but then it came out late. So, however, I would say like the strategy, everything. Like the win for us was like right now we have like 2 to 3 posts that have done over 1,000 views,
Wow.
and we've reached over 4,500 people just within. I think it's not even up to a week yet, or let's just say it's a week now. Yes. So it's amazing. And another thing about my team is that they are still pushing the page, and it's so interesting.
Yeah, really, it is. I was pretty surprised when I saw some groups still sharing links to their content. I was like, "But you guys have been graded already." But that's really awesome because hopefully you get to, you know, include all of these wins right in your portfolio. All right. Anyone else?
Good evening, coach.
Hello, Harinze. Good evening.
Uh, okay. Yes, thank you so much for the time you've had with us and how far carrying us along all this while. Actually, um, before the start of the course, when they share the course modules and the assignments, when I when I looked at the assignments, I thought it's something that I cannot do. I don't even know where to start and all of those things. I'll read the question, the second assignment. I'll read it again. I'll read it again because I'm not getting anything. So, but during the course of the course, as we get knowledge of these things, and we started for the assignment, we discovered that some of these things that we don't know because actually we don't pay attention to it and then try to do it. So in all of these things, I discovered that what you set your mind to do and determine to do it, that you can be able to do it. So that's the highlight for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Arinze. And that's how it is. So it always looks harder until you you take that first step. Well done, Arinze. So thank you all for sharing your beautiful experiences, the challenges, the wins, everything together. So now let's move into the part of today that really fills my heart with pride, right? The award ceremony. I guess that's why 70% of us are here. So every recognition tonight is end. Yeah, it's every recognition tonight's end. It is a story of you know, quiet diligence, bold action, sleepless nights, determination, pure passion. We could keep on going, right? So as I call out each category, what I want you to do is just to take a moment, not just to applaud, but to truly reflect on what it means to be seen, what it means to be celebrated, and also remembered for excellence. So tonight's not just about the winners, right? It's about reminding you that hard work never hides. So let's begin. But yes. I think Ruth has already killed the the drum roll. So I'd be expecting that. Because the first award, we started the individual awards, from the best subgroup leaders, and then the rest of them. So can I see the drum rolls? Yes. Thank you, Favor. Thank you, Favor. Thank you, Godwin. Thank you so much. So, um, we begin with the best subgroup leaders, right? But before that, I need to just Ruth says I talk a lot, so you guys will just have to pardon me. Because I just need to say this because leadership is one of the most demanding roles you can ever step into. It's not about just backing others, right? It's about inspiring others. Showing up even when you're tired and guiding the team towards excellence, right? So throughout this program, two individuals demonstrated exactly what true leadership should look like. They weren't just leaders by title, they were leaders by action, right? By patience, by the sacrifice that they were making. So, first, one name stood out consistently, a young woman whose calm strength, her strategic mind, and the support for her team made every difference, right? So her group didn't just submit their work; they submitted stellar work, right? Even more touching, her teammates themselves recognized her leadership and praised her spirit publicly, right? And I really love that they made marking, their assignments or their projects pretty easy for me. So, ladies and gentlemen, with a virtual standing ovation, let's celebrate our first best subgroup leader, Ruth Amankwa Deco.
Hi. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I'm honored. Oh my goodness.
Congratulations, Ruth.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Oh my.
But then leadership it's never a one woman or a one man show. So there's another powerful leader who emerged quietly but forcefully, a student who led one of the highest performing teams in this cohort. He didn't need to shout. He didn't need to push aggressively. So through calm persistence, constant interaction, support, and consistent encouragement, he steered his team, the Chinese Yuan group, to phenomenal heights. So their performance tonight is proof of that. So please celebrate with me our second best subgroup leader, Kennedy Kaiser. Sir.
Kaiser for the win! Woo!
Uh, Thank you very much, everyone. I'm really, really grateful. Thank you very much.
Well done, well done, Ruth and Kennedy. You both represent what leadership in the digital age must look like. It needs to be steady, servant-hearted, strategic, deeply committed, and so on and so forth. So we are proud of you. Continue to lead on. Yes, beautiful reaction. So now let's move to another category, the most hard working students.
I know that's staccato. That's me. That's me. Yeah, I want to hear it in their native language.
Wait a minute. They both are Ghanaians?
Yeah, they're both Ghanaians.
Whoa.
Ruth is Ghanaian and Kennedy is Ghanaian.
Interesting. That's
Yes, I've
interesting.
been waiting for the Ghanaians to take over because they've been acting like what's going on, but we're happy that they're doing something. So yes, I'd like to hear it.
Okay, good evening, Obia. The semi-final crime race with the Obia say what you mama you're winning.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
that's it.
that is
Wait,
so good.
that sounds like Sarkodie.
Medase.
You're welcome.
Wow.
So how do you say
Wow.
you're welcome?
Hey.
Huh?
Oh, it's A.
No, no. We say endase. We say endase. Like
And
this
Darcy.
time.
And
Yes.
Darcy.
Yes.
Okay.
And Darcy. All right. Okay. I'm done.
All right. So let's move to the most hardworking students. Again, before we give this award, I need to pass the message that hard work is really glamorous. It's often the quiet, unseen hours, right? The effort that nobody claps for, the resilience nobody posts about. But tonight we shine a light on those who embodied it. So imagine leading a group while you're battling illness, right? Yet refusing to let the team to fail. So imagine just juggling personal life, professional career, this course, and still submitting top quality work. Just imagine standing up for your team when it mattered most. Right. We honor not just one, but three warriors of discipline and resilience. So please celebrate with me as we honor Elizabeth Nandi for her relentless commitment through personal trials, and then Chibuikem Jr. Njamanze for stepping up, lifting his group, and driving them, forward, and Esther Iyanu Olua Fagbesho. Wow, how I got the name? So for studying the gap and leadership in leadership. So let's hear from you, beginning with Elizabeth.
Kato, I'm so proud
So
of
I'm
you.
so
The
proud
way
of you.
you
The way
pronounce
you
Wow.
Fagbeso,
pronounce Fagbeso,
that's impressive.
that's impressive.
Good job.
Good job.
Did I just hear
Did
my
I just hear
or
my
that's a
or that's
mistake?
a mistake?
Seriously, I just had my name, Elizabeth Nnamdi, or is there any other Elizabeth,
There's no other.
please?
You
There's
people
no
are
other. You
just
people are just
humility that is not
humility that is
necessary.
not
It's your
necessary.
name.
It's your name.
Wow! Oh my God! First in history, the history of SDST. Wow! Oh my God! I'm going to sleep well tonight, like really sleep well. Wow! God, this is more like a bottle of accolade. Thank you so much, Coach.
You're welcome.
I,
Welcome.
Thank
Welcome.
wow,
you,
I,
thank
I
you,
didn't see
coach.
this
Even though
coming.
you didn't
Even though
pronounce
you
my
didn't pronounce
surname
my
right, but
surname right,
yeah,
but
thank
yeah,
you.
thank you.
Is is Chibuikem here?
Yes, we get here. We get here. Good evening, coach. Good evening. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you. I think right now we'll get used to this. We do like every time.
See, that's what I
Thank
was about
you.
to say. Chibuke is used to winning right now. See, he's so calm and cool. Like, all right, another one.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
I'm going to
Esther,
make sure that he doesn't win
what's up?
anything during my next skill. That's what I'm gonna do.
Ma, ma.
No, I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm gonna win. Thank you.
Well done to you all. Esther, I'm not sure we've heard from you, or you're the one that said I didn't pronounce your surname correctly.
Oh yeah, you didn't pronounce it well, but at least if for
All right,
effort.
help me out. All right, so well done to you all, to Elizabeth, Chubuike, and Esther. You all didn't just show up, you showed up well. All right, so congratulations to you all again. So now, I guess this should have been the last award. Why are we putting it here? Anyway, most outstanding students. Is this the time to call it? All right.
Feel
Someone
free
else say
anyhow you
something.
want to do it, yeah.
Oh, all right. So every class has that one person, the one who doesn't just take notes but takes action, the one who doesn't just listen but they get to implement as well, right? The one who moves even when they don't feel fully ready. And tonight, I want to honor students who embodied what we preach at Sam Life Digital School: action over perfection. This student was always on the move, experimenting, posting, adjusting, learning, evolving. You know, when we when we're charging you all on the group to post, right? Just implement what you're learning. This person was steadily doing it. Right. They were not, hiding behind the I'm not ready yet, but they were boldly stepping out. And for that reason, this award doesn't just come with recognition, it comes with a full refund of her course fees. So let's celebrate loudly your most outstanding student, the amazing Rebecca Estefanos Kadok. Is Rebecca here?
Oh my god. Good evening.
Yay!
I didn't even hear my name. Oh my god. Okay. I'm blown away. I'm actually on the road, so it's a bit noisy. Oh, oh my god. Thank you so much.
Rebecca, well done. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Your story is proof that the doers will always outgrow the thinkers.
Oh my god. Oh, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Enough of it. Let's move. Let's keep moving. All right. So we move to the most dedicated students, and the thing about dedication is that it often hides in the little things. Yeah. So the careful review, it could even be tough questions, right? The way you even carry your team even when no one is watching, right? And tonight we honor two students whose you know, quiet but powerful commitment stood out in very, very remarkable ways. So first, there's a student who didn't just accept information at face value, right? She read, she questioned, and she spotted an intentional but hidden error planted in the course, right? An error that had even slipped past an entire cohort before her. And instead of assuming, she asked, right? Instead of ignoring, she sought clarity. So that's the heart of real excellence, right? Never settling for confusion. So, ladies and gentlemen, help me to celebrate Matilda Osafo. She's a true critical thinker and a beacon of academic honesty.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
The
My husband
Ghanaians
is
are not here
throwing
to
money
play.
on me.
Oh,
Thank you so much. God bless you. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Congratulations.
Thank
Congratulations.
you, coach.
Kato, the Ghanaians are not playing. They are here for their bit. Nigerians are sleeping. Sleeping those. Right, boss? They're sleeping. It's okay.
All right. All right. Well done. Well done. Congratulations, Matilda. And standing beside her tonight is another force. This was a leader who didn't lead from the front alone, but from within. He championed teamwork, quietly, motivating his growth, making sure tasks were done, and never missing an opportunity to lift others around him, right? So under his steady guidance, his team, if I should mention this, you all would know, but I just have to do it. The Chinese Yuan group, Chinese Yuan subgroup, yeah, they rose to become one of the best in this cohort, right, under social media management. So please celebrate with me our second honoree for most dedicated student, Kennedy Kaiser, sir.
Ah, thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you. I'm
Well
really,
done.
really great. I'm really, really
Wait,
grateful for my
wait,
team.
what? Hey, I'm coming. Let me look at this again. Wow. Best subgroup together. Dedicated. This are awesome. Oh, okay. Nice. Congratulations to you both. So, Kennedy, Matilda, you have showed that greatness is not always about noise. It's about vigilance, perseverance, and a steady spirit. Well done. The digital world needs more builders like you. And tonight, I personally, I salute your dedication. So, special shout outs to this category of students. Before we move to the team awards, of course, I must take a moment because some of you achieved what very few do, scoring 100% in any rigorous assessment is no joke, and yet 24 of you pulled it off. Wow, that was massive. This is a reminder that excellence is not an accident. It is effort. It is planning, it is the focus, everything in between. So please give a roaring applause to our quiz perfect scorers. You know yourselves. You know yourselves. We would have, called you out, but we may be lacking. We may not have that much time. But we celebrate you massively. Please, you guys should just leave your reactions. Let me be seeing it on the screen. 24 of them. Congratulations to you all. Yes, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well done, well done, well done. So let's move to the subgroup awards. This this was, we call them the squads, right? The battle tested teams. So they moved around when it comes to teamwork, deadline, strategy, and then they also emerged victorious, right? Your teamwork, it's a reminder to also that success is sweeter when it's shared. So based on quiz submission rates, third place for quiz submission rates, third place we have the RAND subgroup. Congratulations, Team RAND. And second place, we have both both teams here. They showed great submission consistency, and that's Swiss franc and Australian dollar. Congratulations, Swiss franc and Australian dollar subgroups. And then the first place. Both teams moved like well-oiled machines. They submitted early and they submitted excellently. First place, we have the Chinese yuan and the
Thank you.
Japanese yen.
Woo!
Japanese, yeah.
No
The Asians,
backing down.
No backing down.
We told you we are coming for you.
congratulations.
But how do you say Imo in English? I beg. You coming for who? Since when? Boss, please help me out. You're my English person. I beg, speak my.
Yemo.
Imo. I'm trying to make my Ghanaians and Kenyans understand what I'm trying to say. Anyway, it's all right.
All right, so based on project score, third place we had the United States dollar, USD. This one's where proof that consistency pays off. Well done. And then for the second place, we have the pound sterling, GBP. That is second best project. Yeah, and first place. Both of these subgroups, they combined, they combined creativity, they combined teamwork, and planning into very brilliant projects. I have independent opinions about the different projects, the city and the Chinese yuan. Congratulations, they came first place. And I just have to say something that the city, their project was so punchy. It was very, very punchy. Like it was almost like they had the hack. They knew what was required and just delivered on it. Right? Why the Chinese yuan, they wanted to err on the side of surplusage. They did so much and hope that I should be able to pick out what's needed. But then it was both did excellent work. They were brilliant projects. So congratulations, first place, City and Chinese Yuan.
What? Thank you. Considerably, it was a lot. I'm very proud. I'm proud of my group. Speaking for my group members, this is Victoria.
Well done, congratulations, it paid off. and now the biggest team award of the night, the one that tells the story of excellence in both individual and collective effort. Because this team, they didn't just do well, they dominated, right? They were fast, they were accurate, they were creative, they were consistent, with an impressive 93.8% quiz average and a 91% project score. Please join me in giving a standing ovation to our overall best subgroup. You guys didn't just participate, you led the standard. Congratulations, Chinese Yuan.
We've been waiting for this. Relentless Chinese yuan. Woo!
Take us play first. Just take us play first.
I said it. I said if they did not win, I'll be so disappointed because the way they blew my phone on me talking, my gallery was filled with photos and photos and videos and photos. I said if they did not win, I'd be so mad. So good job.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh, I thought someone wanted to say something.
Chinese yuan. Please, would like to say a very big thank you to you, coach, and to all our coaches. It wasn't easy at all. It was not
I can
easy.
imagine.
In fact, I think this was the first project that we had sleepless nights. Like we we had back pain, hand pain, all sorts of pains. It wasn't easy, but I mean, we knew what our target was, and we worked towards it. And by God's grace, God has crowned our efforts to success. So we are really grateful, and thank you so much.
Well done, well done, well done. All of the sleepless nights of sleeping with your belly empty, I guess it paid off. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda, clarifications and common errors. Joyce or Christopher, the SDST assistants.
Yes, coach.
Yes,
Okay.
please. Over to you.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Once again, welcome. Congratulations, rather, to all of you for pushing through to the end. Okay, so like we said the last time during the last award ceremony, please for the last this is going to be the last time we're going to be recording those with incorrect name. Please, when you're submitting, submit with your official name or a name that we can see, not submitting like somebody submitted with a name PO. We don't know like your name, we don't know your nickname, we can't know who that is. So please try as much as possible to use your real name. Going forward, if you use your what's name a nickname or just a random name, we'll just ignore until the end of like the training and everything. And also all decisions for like subgroup leaders should be done today, latest Monday, so that there will be no dragging or pulling behind. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's all from us.
All right. So before we wrap up, allow me to just leave you with a few important thoughts. Social media management and marketing, it may sound like simple things to outsiders, right? But you guys have been inside, you know it's a battlefield, not so? Like it requires skill, it requires creativity, patience, discipline. You could you could just keep on going. And sometimes just one mistake can cost the brand its entire reputation. So you already know the example, the latest that happened, the Nigerian Interior Ministry's official Twitter account retweeting an adult tweet because the handler forgot to switch accounts, right? So please, you have to learn from their mistake. Always double check what account you're posting from. Always review your posts. Always move professionally, no matter how casual the job may seem. So, because as a social media manager, you carry power, a lot of it, the power of influence, right? So use it wisely. Build brands with integrity, grow communities with authenticity, and wherever you find yourself, just leave things better than you met them, right? Because you are more than just content creators. You are not just content creators. You are storytellers. You are strategists. You are builders of digital empires. So always keep that in mind. And also, it's important that we talk about continuous learning, right? So never stop learning, never stop showing up, never stop growing. And speaking of growth, your journey doesn't end here. Up next is the UI/UX design course led by the amazing Coach Zeno. So if you think social media is powerful, just wait until you learn to design user-centered experiences. You'll be able to combine your social media knowledge with understanding what users really want. And that is a priceless advantage in the digital economy. And at Sun Lab Digital School, we are building not just individuals who are skilled, but people who will become, future industry leaders. So thank you once again for trusting us, for believing in us, for jumping on this with us. Thank you for trusting yourselves too. And that's very huge. You trusted yourselves, right, before you decided to commence or kick off this journey with us. And congratulations to your graduates. The future is yours. The future is yours.
Even me, Seb, I'm smiling. Cattle, that's so beautiful. Good job. Yes, I
Thank you. Thank you.
100% agree. Yeah, that was excellent. Excellent speech. Yes. Okay, and for those who have been saying I've not been at any of the meetings, here I am, live and direct. I appreciate the messages and the check-ins. All is well. All is well. Joyce, anything else?
Sorry. No, coach, that will be all.
Okay. All right. Let's end it. Joyce, go ahead and end it.